Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing somewhat of a Q&A video, as we didn't get to do a live stream this weekend for The Walking Dead after we've seen episode 21. This leaving us with just 3 episodes left of AMC's epic The Walking Dead television series. Alright dudes, so I want to apologize for this weekend not being able to get the live stream done and everything. Just a lot of videos with the episode 21. There was the House of the Dragon finale for season 1, so I had to reviews for both of those. Predictions for episode 22, a lot of stuff. So I didn't get a chance this weekend to do a live stream with you guys. As such, just grab a few of kind of the common Walking Dead questions right now for discussion, and we can kind of go through them as we only have 3 episodes left for the Walking Dead television series, which is, wow, it's not that much. So it's 22, 23, and 24. I believe 24 is going to be the final episode of The Walking Dead, season 11, episode 24, because that's 8. So we had up to episode 16 was the finale for part 2. This is part 3. It's 8 episodes, 17 through 24. So that's it. That's going to be it for the Walking Dead TV series. It's going to be wrapping up here and now. It doesn't really feel, watching these episodes, at least to me, like we're seeing kind of the ending of the Walking Dead. It doesn't feel like it. You're watching these episodes, like episode 21, Outpost 22, and it doesn't feel like this is the ending of the Walking Dead. In terms of the comics, it feels like you're covering the story arc, but it doesn't feel like it's the final climactic moment of the series. It almost feels to me more like maybe what happened with the ending of The Walking Dead is that they were going to do like a season 12, and maybe due to budgets or just due to costs, they decided that instead of doing a 16 episode season 12 season, they would just do another bonus 8 episodes or something and end the series, give the series an end point. So that's kind of what they opted to do. It does feel a bit rushed, and we're going to get into that. We've got some comments here about that. Ryan Gangadin, for example, said that, Trev, what are your thoughts on the Oceanside plot? And somebody responded to him and said, what plot? What? Oceanside, what? There isn't one. So, yeah, we haven't seen the Oceanside. Was it part 2 when we got to see them with Lance, where he flips the coin, and he may have, firing squatted all of the Oceanside, and we haven't seen them since. We don't know if he did or not. We don't know if Lance wiped out the Oceanside, if they're still alive. We just, at this time, we don't know if that's the case. But it kind of seemed like when I watched it through, it felt like to me that coin was probably going to land. He was probably going to wipe them out. We haven't seen them since then. Maybe with like a couple of them having survived, like maybe Luke is off in a different spot or something like that. But it really feels like to me that this ending feels like they kind of had to maybe rush it together. They had to kind of like complete the episodes, and they only had limited time. We had the variant episode, which also, was a great idea for an angle for Walking Dead, to have some groups of smarter walkers. That would be really cool to see. They just used it as a subplot for one episode. It wasn't like, seeing the trailer for these 8 episodes, I thought it would be something they might use for like the whole 8 episodes or something, which would be really cool. But they only really used it at that one location. They didn't really, expand on it further. Some people think it's going to be set up for when we see the Daryl spinoff series, that maybe we will see like variant walkers in France that are different from ours. Like instead of walkers, they're like runners or something. That makes sense to me. Maybe that's why they put it in. But, with Oceanside, with that, it really feels like, they probably had a lot of ideas for what they wanted to do. Angela Kang and the whole team, right? And they only had so much time in these 8 episodes to like cram in everything they want to do and end off the series. Now, we don't know if the final episode will be extended. I hope it will be, and I hope that they have enough time to, do everything they want to do. But we just have 3 episodes left, so they have 1 episode, which will be at Alexandria, freeing everybody. And then after that, you just have 2 episodes left to resolve, what's happening with Eugene, kind of defeating Pamela, which I expect them to do, before the end of the series. whoever's going to take over from there to lead the Commonwealth. And then maybe that's the final episode. And then people are wondering, like, will we see a setup for the CRM? Will we see a setup for Rick? Will Andrew Lincoln return? Something like this. But there's only so much time, to see anything, right? You only have 3 episodes left, so it's not that much time to include that many things. And one of them is going to be at Alexandria. It won't even be at the Commonwealth. So I'm expecting like those final 2 episodes to be kind of big battle episodes, and kind of to finish off AMC's epic. I have to say, like, this is the best. The Walking Dead TV series is the best series AMC has ever had. Now, some people, if you don't like Walking Dead so much, maybe you think Breaking Bad, could be the biggest one. But in terms of, just attention, in terms of popularity, AMC's never had a series like Walking Dead before. So I hope that it has a good, solid ending. I think I saw in an article that maybe Greg Nicotero was directing the final episode or something, and he said that it should be satisfying for everybody. It should be to where it is. But I mean, I think like at this time going in, I don't think like with the ending of The Walking Dead they're going to screw it up or anything like that, because it feels like to me they've been pretty hesitant to have any major character deaths on the survivor side. They've killed off, spoilers, Lance. They've killed off Sebastian. But these are on the Commonwealth side that you kind of knew they were going to anyway. They have been a bit hesitant for Walking Dead, I think, considering we only have a few episodes left, in who to be killed off from the original crew. But at the same time, they're doing the spin-off, so if they kill somebody off, they may not be able to use them. I did expect, I would say, to see more character deaths than we have. Maybe just 1 or 2 big ones in these last 3 episodes, just to wrap off the series. But I don't expect more than like maybe 2 or something in these last few episodes. But yeah, only so much time to cover so much, and I'm sure they probably want to do a lot of things, but they only got greenlit for 8 episodes, not 16. So yeah, let's see if they can wrap up everything they wanted to. But David Severance said because the air date for it, if you look on Google, is October 23rd. It's strange, like the different dates right now with AMC premiere and then the original. The finale episode is going to be airing on the cable schedule. So what we'll have is we'll have 2 more episodes next 2 weeks, and then there'll be a week off, and then we'll see the final episode all together on cable, I guess. Premiere doesn't get the final episode early. We all get to watch it at the same time. So that's good, and see how they finish off the Walking Dead series. So that way it doesn't really get spoiled for anybody, unless it gets leaked or something, and I don't think that they'll do that because it's really... it's a really important episode for Walking Dead. It's final airing episode. Nathan Skywalker said, actually, Trev, I heard Rick will show up in the last 2 episodes. I'm not even kidding. Well, he's on set. So Andrew Lincoln was on set for the final the final filming of The Walking Dead. I would love to see Andrew Lincoln return for the final episode or the final 2 episodes. That would be incredible. Some people think that, he'll return, good guy Rick, the same as usual. There are people who think that maybe he's joined the CRM, he has to work for them or something, and maybe he'll come back somewhat as a villain or something, which could be really cool. Split the group off, send Daryl to frickin' France or something, and the others, I don't know. Hard to say, right? Maybe he arrives with a bunch of helicopters and splits off the group and sends them in different directions and ends up being like a villain or something. You got to watch the spin-off series to see. He was also on location in France, Paris, where I think that's where they're filming the Daryl spin-off, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he's just on vacation or visiting or something. And that could be the same thing with the finale. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up in case Andrew Lincoln was just visiting the set and getting to see everybody as the series was ending off. Maybe he just wanted to be there for the ending. He may not even have any scenes or anything. Maybe one final scene in the last episode. That would be enough if they could give him one final scene in the final episode, I think, to give us a satisfying ending to The Walking Dead. But we'll see how it has to work out, contracts and all that stuff. So we'll see what they can do. We don't know for sure. Epic Zombie Killer said, man, 3 episodes left to the series finale, and what a journey it's been, for sure. Marilyn said, where's Jerry? So we don't get to see Jerry in this preview. He had injured, his knee or his leg, something like that. He couldn't walk well. He almost got killed by the Smart Walker with the rock, which is cool. And so he's probably going to sit it out. I don't think he's going to be involved in this fight at Alexandria. He probably just slowed them down or something. So he's probably safe, but he's probably off in a different location and just chilling out. I don't think he's been killed off or anything. And she also said, I wish these episodes were extended. I think a cliffhanger is on the horizon. So I think they did say in some articles, different interviews and stuff, that they're going to be giving The Walking Dead a satisfying ending. So it's not going to be like, like a cliffhanger, like you got to watch. But maybe in some ways, if they have Rick return or something, in some ways it could be. But they said they're going to give it a satisfying ending. Will there be a huge time skip? Will something happen with Judith? She is narrating the intros for the episodes, so maybe something could happen to her. Maybe she could be like a final big series death or something at the end. She dies off or something. Don't know. We'll see. But they did say they're going to give it a satisfying ending. It might be cliffhanger-y in some ways, but I really don't think they're going to use the ending of the series as just a commercial for the other spin-off series too. To a degree, that probably has to be the way, because you do have Daryl going to France, not of his own accord. He's somehow taken there. So I'm thinking CRM or something might be what that has to do with. And Crazy Blades 24, big time jump, I think. Like maybe the farmhouse, way in the future, Judith's grown up or something. Could be. It could be something like that. And then we see the other episodes continue. So like a part with Judith and her family and, at a farmhouse way in the future or something like that. Could be cool for like a final episode. They did it with the comics, so if they're going to adapt that, they got 2 episodes to set up for that big time jump. It's in the last episode. So if that's the case, that would mean that episode 23, the next, not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after, would be like the final battle with the Commonwealth. And then 24 would be like the future episode with Judith in the future. Who knows what they'll do, because if they want to do the spinoffs also, can they do a time jump including everybody into the future in the last episode? That's a bit tricky because you're going to do spinoffs. So I don't know how that's going to work exactly. We'll see how it works out. I'm sure they've thought it well through, and we'll do what makes sense. But her narrating does seem like either Judith will be killed off or she'll survive, and we'll see her wrap the series off at the end, like reading a story to somebody, right? Like maybe her child or something like that, way in the future. Mike C says, when Ezekiel inspiring people, I think he'll be the one who will give the final comic book Rick speech. We are not the Walking Dead. Yeah, I think that's a good comment there, Mike. He probably will. I don't see who else would. So, yeah, we'll see for that. But Ezekiel is great. Really enjoy watching Ezekiel. I wonder if he'll be in any of the spin-off series. Maybe not. And then White Dom said, Trev, how come the last 8 episodes so far they've said the F word? Fuck. But before this, they said it like once in 12 years. Keck. So, yeah, that's true that they have included quite a few F-bombs. But I don't think anybody's really noticed. I mean, I don't know. It's quite a few years in the future now. I don't know. Is that just the AMC Premiere version that has the F word? Does the cable version also have the F word in it? Or did they cut it out of the cable version? I'm not watching on cable, so I'm genuinely asking. I don't know. Does the cable version also have the F word in it? Or is that just for Premiere? Don't know. So I'll have to look into that and find out. If anybody knows, leave me a comment below. I'm still figuring all this out as they're going through. So that's it for this quick Q&A, dudes. 3 episodes left of the epic Walking Dead. Lots of questions. How it's going to end. How will things finish off for the Walking Dead? And I think it'll be a satisfying ending, but damn. Maybe it will end with still questions unanswered. Like Oceanside, for example. Maybe we won't see anything for that, and they'll just let that, go off, and you choose your own adventure for that or something. It's not critically important, but thumbs up below, share, favorite, subscribe at the bottom, and I'll see you again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.